Hey guys, well, a new Kublai Khan track is upon us called Resentment. If you haven't listened to this band before, they just slay. I mean, they're I refer to these guys and similar bands in this genre as tough guy music. That's what it is. Like, I wouldn't call myself a tough guy by any means, but I love listening to tough guy music. And when it comes to Kublai Khan, I mean, these guys are currently the masters of tough guy music. So, I mean, without further ado, let's just skip the intro. If you're familiar with this band, you already know what we're going to get, and you're not going to be disappointed. So, let's just get into it.
Take a swing at me!
Yeah.
Give
God, I fucking love it. I love that snare sound too. That sounds sounds so good. Can't speak properly today, sorry. Oh.
Don't deny this violence you're hiding. So take a swing at me.
Oh yeah. God, you gotta love Chug's guitars with a hi-hat. Seriously. No cymbals, just a hi-hat. That's how tough these guys are. They don't use cymbals. He hits the hi-hat and it sounds brutal. Can't see it right now, but I'm two-stepping. See, this is the kind of band you'd go to one of their live shows, and a guy like me, I'm not a big guy, I'd be fucking terrified to be in a mosh pit for Kublai Khan. I would just get destroyed. I can just imagine my face getting repeatedly punched by some guy with a hate breed and terror tattoos in a tank top. Probably a beer in his hand or something. Although, if you went to one of their shows and someone in the band beat the shit out of you, that would be a badge of honor, right? Like, sorry, breakdown. Fuck yeah. I wonder what it's like to have this much testosterone. Holy crap. Let it loose, let it go, come on. There it is. I wonder if this band actually would let someone in the audience take a swing at them. Yeah, as I was saying before, if you went to one of their shows, like, this is the kind of band you would actually let take a swing at you, right? Like, you'd be like, shit, I got beaten up by Kublai Khan at one of their own shows. By the band. God, it just hits so hard. And that snare sounds, oh, el dente. Love it. Absolutely love it. I mean, if you're familiar with this band, right, you know what you're going to get beforehand. You know, I liken Kublai Khan to, you know, meat and potatoes, right? Like, everyone, unless you're a vegetarian or a vegan, of course. I mean, you know, steak and potatoes, you know, sausages, whatever you eat. You know, like, these guys are just a staple in this genre right now. I mean, they've been around for, what, 10 years or something, I think, this band? Admittedly, Kublai Khan never came onto my radar until, you know, maybe 3 years ago or something like that. I used to be big into this genre of music. Like, believe it or not, I used to be huge into Terror and Hatebreed and Throwdown and all those hardcore bands. And when Soundwave Festival was a thing in Australia, they used to bring a lot of those bands out, and I just absolutely loved it. You know, it's just, I don't know, there's something about simplistic guitar chugging and drums and tough guy vocals. It just, I don't know, I feel like it resonates with a lot of people on some primal sort of level, and Kublai Khan's no exception. Like, even though I don't listen to a lot of hardcore these days, there's something about these guys, like, I'll listen to it and be like, they just put out good music. And, like, regardless of what they're going to put out, it's going to be, the formula that they have, it works. They've got a winning formula. They're really good at it. They're like Michelin star chefs of hardcore, right? Like, they know what to do. They know how to make a hard-hitting, testosterone-fueled song that's just going to make people in the audience at their shows beat the shit out of each other. It's a form of mind control, right? Like, you listen to this music, and I don't know, I'm not an aggressive guy by any means, but I listen to it, and I'm like, I can imagine swinging my fists around and punching stuff to this song. Like, there's just something about it that unlocks this primal aggression in you, and I think that's representative of hardcore music as a whole. But, that metal sort of hardcore sound, as opposed to just plain hardcore, I just absolutely love it. That kind of throw your fists down and just beat shit. Absolutely love it. I mean, I knew I was going to like it before I even heard the track, to be honest, because I can't actually ever recall listening to a Kublai Khan song and going, yeah, I'm not really a fan. I don't think they drop bad music. They just know what to do. Like, they've got the formula down to a science. Like, these guys are scientists of hardcore, Michelin star chefs of hardcore, whatever you want to refer to them as. Like, they've got it down pat. What a solid track. Loved that snare sound as well. Don't know if it's any different to the snare sound of any prior tracks, but I don't recall being as fascinated by the snare as I have on this track. Maybe it's just a mixing thing or something, but yeah, it sounded so good. Absolutely sounded so good. Just on point as usual. I'd be curious, if you're watching this, if you're a fan of this band, maybe you found this, accidentally, or you found this because you're a fan of the band, you're looking for reaction videos. Either way, curious to know what you thought of the song, what you think of the band, and if there's anything else that I should be reacting to, because I'm not really well versed on modern, metal hardcore bands like this. But I'm down for this type of music. So if anyone has any suggestions, throw them my way, because I'll gladly listen to it. And if you made it to this video, as always, I appreciate your time greatly. And until next time, thank you, everybody.